Hi, I'm Julie Steffens, and the reason I relay is because I watched my grandfather many years ago with throat cancer go through the pain and the difficulties and the lack of information for families, for him, the lack of medication to help him feel better while he went through chemo and all the treatments. And then 10 years ago, my husband got lung cancer, and I noticed the difference between what my grandfather went through and what my husband went through. They both had to have surgeries, but I watched how the money has really impacted the change over the years. He was given medications to help him not feel so sick and nauseated after all of the chemo treatments. I saw more communication out there, more education. He was able to go online and learn what was going to happen to him, what there was to expect, which helped not only him, but it helped the family. So I've seen the changes from many years ago to today, what all these relays and all this increase of money and donations have helped. And I want to continue to help more people, my daughter, my grandchildren, for the future. So it's important to me to relay.
My name is Mary Fishback, and I'm a member of the nationwide leadership training team for the American Cancer Society. And I'm a local teacher here in Yakima, and that's how I originally got involved. A very special student of mine had a terrible bout with cancer. She also babysat my daughters, and they helped her as she was trying to recover, but she unfortunately succumbed to her battle, and it made me become a super volunteer, I guess, because I go all around the country and train other volunteers for how to be involved with the American Cancer Society Relay for Life and teach strategies for leadership, for ways to earn money, for ways to make their events exciting, and it's been one of the most fulfilling parts of my life.
Hi, my name's Fred Warren. I'd like to explain to you a little bit about why I volunteer for the Relay for Life, the American Cancer Society's signature fundraising event. Back in 2007, my father was diagnosed with brain cancer. And back then, I honestly didn't even really know what the relay was, what it was all about. All I knew is my father had cancer, and at that time, my wife had come home and she's like, I formed a relay team. And I was like, a relay team? And she's like, Fred, if you come to one thing, come to the Luminaria ceremony. So I went to the Luminaria ceremony and I started walking the track, and part of the ceremony is they read the names of either the cancer survivors or the people who had passed from cancer. And as I walked the track, I started hearing names of my friends. They mentioned my father's name, who passed away from that cancer. They mentioned I heard neighbors and people that I work with, and I thought, I have to do something. So at that point, I knew I had to volunteer for the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. The last 3 years, I've spent volunteering my time and listening to other people's stories, just like the one I told you. And now it's almost a healing thing for me to go to the relay, and it's a safe place for me to be with others that are going through what I've gone through, whether they have a cancer survivor or a caregiver that they bring to the relay. I also relay for now that my dad has passed, and my mother, who was his caregiver, was never the same, and she passed a short time later. So now I relay not only for my parents, I relay for my family, my new grandson, who someday I hope will never have to go through what I saw my mom and dad go through. So if I could ask one thing, is if you come to one thing at the relay this weekend, it would be to come to that Luminaria ceremony, and you'll see something very special.
Hi, my name is Jane Beauchesne, and this is my second year on the Relay for Life team, and I'm on the committee this year. The reason I'm doing Relay for Life is for several reasons. Cancer has really affected our family. Most closely, a couple years ago, my daughter, under the age of 40, was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's a survivor. My sister, also about that age, was diagnosed, but she unfortunately passed away this last year. So for that reason, and for all the friends and family that have been touched by cancer, I'm out there for walking for the Relay for Life, and hope you join us on Saturday. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eva Lounsbury. This year will be my third year participating in the Yakima Relay for Life. I began 3 years ago after I was a caregiver for a friend who died of cancer. The reality of why I relay is because cancer has touched my life too many times. I've lost family members, I've lost friends, and it feels like every other week someone else I know is diagnosed. I also relay because I see that it is making a difference. I look at the statistics, I look at the treatment options that are available for loved ones now that were not available years ago, and I know that it really is making a difference. So those are some of the reasons why I relay.